Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how um, I'm a normal guy. I like all this stuff. I like normal stuff. I love, I like to do my job and, like activities. I love God. I absolutely love the perpetual return of eternity. And I really want to make that about my life. Make my life about that. And I'm gonna show you today how I made this completely passable chicken slop. I would say before we go into this, don't make it any of the decisions that I made, except for the ones that are good, which are not all of them, but most of them. And I hope you have a great time. This is my chicken. So I have my chicken. I've applied pepper to all of its vertices. These are the three types of pepper: white, black, and red. You gotta have all three or else the chicken will be imbalanced. This is my pot. That's fine. Pretend that isn't there. Go away. Okay. No, they're just for display. Those aren't functional. Okay. I'm gonna put it to a solid 2. And I'm gonna put this stuff. It's gonna go right in there. I'm gonna get a spoon for this, and I'm gonna make it happen. So that's great. I've washed my hands, by the way. So this is not some kind of like salmonella. This is not some kind of salmonella operation here. This knife was on this, so I'm gonna use this knife. It's different. Different knife. It's a clean start. I'm gonna even use a different counter. And I'm gonna cut these things up. Turn that even down because it's very, the butter is becoming very aggressive. And I don't want the butter to mature too quickly because that will cause the flavor of the items to be wrong. So I have prepared some fibrous materials and segregated them based on their proximate qualities and properties. And I think I'm ready to apply them to the warmed butter. Get in my fucking way. I'm gonna just take I'm gonna do like this, okay, right? So the ones that are going in are this. The butter is not. That's good enough. To increase its power. And then I'm going to take these ones. And they're going to provide a moisture that will really anchor the butter. And then I'm going to put this in here. And that's going to be really good. It's just going to do the right balance. And so this is items that I'm going to have in the soup. And that is this thing. It's just going to continue to be subjected to the quality of the butter. I'm going to apply a little bit more butter to it to make it here. And then I'm going to chicken just to make sure that the ones stay And this is just going to go. So that just has to go until these become transformed in their properties. They're going to become weakened by the butter, and then they'll have attributes of butter, and the butter will have attributes of plants, and it will be great. I'm going to wait for this to transmute, and then as you can see, I have mechanically separated my chicken to make it more compliant with the process of being cooked. I used a simple knapped flint blade that you can get from any tomboy warrior priestess in exchange for your seed. And, I'm introducing this animal that I discovered that is a little white beast known as garlic. And this is going really good. The onions have changed their properties and qualities, which is what I want. Now I'm going to introduce the chicken, which is the main component of the dish, and the only part that a caveman would be interested in eating. I'm simply going to place the chicken into the saucepan. Red like blood. It's the red like the red hide of a hind in the last days of autumn. The chicken went to a better place. I hope you're not mad at me, but it wasn't going to fit, and I have to prepare this too, because this is even going to be too small. Move. I'm going to place these in here. Which means that this fond is not going to be any good, because there's not going to be any B vitamins in it. Let's redo this whole ecosystem from the ground up and put it on low so that I don't damage anything while I'm doing this. This chicken still has some pink inside, as you can see. I just want to get it fried up. So when frying this, and I have about half on plate, because I just want to make sure it gets fried really good. And this is just going to sit. Sometimes things change, and it's just how life is. So, and I think it's going to be really successful. While this is doing that, I'm going to look for repeating numbers in my environment. Chicken has been returned to this area, and the pan has been potentiated with chicken material. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to apply this sauce to it, and the sauce will release the chicken grease from the skin of the pan, and this will cause the chicken grease to become accessible to the sauce, and it will emulsify itself, and then I'll be able to take all of the nutrition present in the chicken and maximize it to increase the potency of my soup. Now my soup will be very potent. I'm so cerebral and frail and waifish, and it's challenging for me to lift a skillet with one hand because of my delicate constitution. But I managed. I'm going to go ahead and turn this up, and this is going to have to boil because otherwise the chicken might not be pacified, and you might be thinking this is a very high ratio of chicken to fluid, and you'd be correct. I'm going to have to, I've exhausted my sauce. I'm going to have to go off the grid. Don't worry because, oh shit, there was more sauce in there. Don't worry because this is not going to be the last that you'll see of liquids in my soup. Don't worry about the burnt onions. That's not a big deal. They're supposed to be like that. Right, at this point I wanted to add the ones that were more vulnerable to burning because of their carbohydrate content, as well as my delicate white animal oil. This is going to come to a boil so that I'm 1000% sure. I think that I fried it all the way through, but if I didn't, I'm gonna cook that shit now. Because guess what? I don't want to be punished. I think my peppers and my woody stalks and my things are gonna create a really potent soup. But it's not done yet, so don't think for a second that this is where it ends, because it's not. This is only the beginning. It's time to add the my favorite milk. This milk is distilled to become the most potent milk, but it's not quite butter. By the way, this is the consistency that you want your chicken to reach with boiling and all that. Okay. You want 1/4 of a box of milk, approximately speaking. That was closer to a half. This has to reduce. So it's going to sit. And periodically, I'm going to plunge my tool into it and whirl it around so that the soup doesn't become imbalanced. It just has to be agitated. Not very much, just a little bit. But you do have to agitate it, because otherwise it could develop all kinds of systems, thermodynamic systems that you do not want to see. So, chicken's fully cooked. Onions are a little burned, no big deal. They taste better burned. Soup, it has all of its component fluids, and everything is going to be fine. And yeah, everything's going to be okay. Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how I prepare soup.